in the past, I was under the very great programming of being a victim. Everything was against me. I was at effect of everything in my life. I was at effect of the doctors who weren't helping me. I was at effect of the men who weren't treating me the way I assumed I should be treated, even though I wasn't really valuing myself or demanding better treatment. I was at effect of the job that wasn't the way I wanted it to be, of money not flowing to me the way I wanted. I was a victim to my surrounding, and I was choosing that. Because we literally choose everything, whether we like it or not. Because what we experience in our outer reality is a construct from our inner reality. It is a projection of our unconscious programs. And so much of society, whether we like it or not, we're programmed to be victims. Because if we're victims, we play small. If we're victims, if we're at effect of all of these things that are wrong outside of us, then we feel helpless and hopeless, and we feel like we can't get ahead. And we convince ourselves of this. We convince ourselves that we cannot. And yet we are not victims of our life. We are the victor of our life. And as soon as you decide that, as soon as you can step the fuck into that, it's not easy. It's a decision every single day. And here's a fun thing that I've noticed recently, because I task my clients with this a lot. I say, okay, you're not allowed to talk about the problems of the past or the present or the potential problems of the future anymore. I'm like, no more. You are on a detox of being a victim. You're on a detox of problems, of complaining, of blaming. None of it. And then they come to me a few days later and go, Kat, me and my partner and my friends and my family, we got nothing to talk about if we don't talk about our problems. Exactly. And this all started for me about 12 years ago when I decided to throw out my television because I watched, one of those current affair shows, and the whole segment was about this family who'd been charged a little bit extra for their power bill. And the whole program was like, the power company are evil. We're going to track them down and we're going to blame them. How dare you do this to this family? And it's like, well, that whole segment could have been about, hey, here's some ways that you can save on your power bill. Here's some things that you can do to reduce the amount that you're using your power if you don't want to pay so much. Or here's ways that you can make more money so that if you do use more power, it's not stressful. Or here's ways to manage your finances so that you don't get emotional or stressed about surprise bills. Instead, the media and all of these things online were programming us to be victims, programming us to blame something outside of ourselves instead of taking radical personal responsibility and deciding to be the victor of our own reality. And every single one of you have the potential to be the victor of your own reality, and you have to decide it. And decide it every day, and decide it with your family, decide it with your friends, decide it with your partners. Maybe laugh about the fact that you don't have anything to talk about when you can't talk about problems anymore, and then realize that talking about solutions is really, really fun. Because there are solutions to any given problem in this world. There are so many solutions in this world to make you feel better, to make you feel alive, to bring you out of that state of victimhood and into empowerment. And they're right there. This is the age of information. Ignorance is literally a choice when you can pick up the phone and learn for free from people all around the world who have done what you want to do, who have healed from you what you want to heal from, who have made the money that you want to make. And they're teaching you how to do it, usually for free or for minimal prices. So how can you decide now to be the victor of your life rather than the victim, to break out and deprogram yourself from the BS that is probably not serving you and transform your life? It is so much fun. And this is what I've been able to do in my own life over the last decade. I went from being a victim, I went from being at effect of so many things. Like, you guys have no idea. If you're new to this space, you have no idea. Some of you have known me for a while and you've seen me in that state. And you can break free from it. If I can, you can, because we're actually all one, and our unconscious minds don't separate us from each other or from anything else in the world. If you'd like to learn more about your unconscious mind, make sure you follow along, make sure you join my free support group, or if you want to learn one-to-one with me, I've got an incredible group container starting on the August 2nd. We've already got amazing souls in there, and it's going to be so much fun to see who else joins us, because group support is one of my favorite things in a way I've learned so much over the years myself. What an amazing day. Hope you enjoyed being on this adventure with me. I hope you decide to become the victor of your reality, and let me know how you go. I love to hear the feedback.